everyone and welcome back to Ellie Pop's Bespoke YouTube channel. Today is another sort of refresh new video on how to make the 8-inch boutique bows, or JoJo bows as they're popularly known as. I'm going to give you the measurements for them in 3 different sizes. So I'm going to give you the measurements for an 8-inch bow, which is using 3-inch ribbon. I'll also give you the measurements for a 2-inch ribbon, which makes a 5-inch bow, and for the 1.5-inch ribbon, which gives you a 4-inch bow. So I'll let you know measurements for those ones, but the technique is still the same, and I'm going to show you the technique on how I do the folds with the 3-inch ribbon. So the measurements I've got for this one, you're going to need a piece of gross grain ribbon. It's the best one to work with. I've got this nice watercolour effect ribbon here. It is 3 inches wide, and the length that you're going to need is 46 inches. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is, I usually get the 2 ends of the ribbon, but make them both colour the same side, put them together and cut diagonally across so you have a nice finish, and then heat seal the ends of the bows. Okay, and then what you can do next is fold your ribbon in half and crease the fold. You can use a pen to do a little mark if you'd like to, but you don't have to. The creases should be all right. And then fold it over again, but leave maybe 2 inches on this end, and then fold on the creases there as well. And then once you've got your creases folded, you should have some lines in your ribbon where you need to fold. There's my middle. This is just where it's been folded, but there's my next fold. So what I'm going to do now, at any end of the ribbon, it doesn't really matter. But what you're going to do is find that first crease that you've just made in your ribbon, the first crease, and you're going to get this end and leave in a little bit overhanging there. You're going to fold it so that that crease is in the middle, so the crease behind is here, and you're going to do it straight across the ribbon, not at an angle like this. You're going to do it straight across the ribbon like that, and then you're going to get the ribbon where the next fold is, and you're going to put that over this one and line the ribbon up. So it's over it like that. As you can see, you've got 2 loops. Then what you're going to do is get your next crease, and you're going to put it underneath. So as you see where these are laid like this, you're going to lift this layer and lift this layer, and you're going to put your next fold, which is in this hand here, you're going to put those underneath that layer. So it's gone in here. So this back bit is the first loop. Take this out and do it again. You try and make sure that you keep these loops diagonal like that. So where your next fold is in your ribbon, then lift them up and put the ribbon in here. And just try and grab it underneath your thumb. Like that. It is very tricky. It took me around 4 or 5 years to actually get the hang of doing this. And then your last one, you fold over like that. Now, you need to lay this down, sort of like this, and try and see if your loops look even. Now I can see straight away that that piece of ribbon has moved, so I just need to twist it round a little bit. And it looks smaller than the rest, but once they're all in line, So like that, so you've got 4 big loops. Then what we're going to do is we're going to push up in the middle. So I'm just folding it. So we've pushed it up in the middle. And it's a concertina fold, so I'm grabbing it on this side, so I'm pinching it, and then I'm going to fold it back down again. And the same here, I'm going to grab all of this and I'm going to push it up to the middle and back down again. So it's a concertina fold, and I've got 3 folds in the middle of my bow now. So if I turn it over, it looks like this. Looks a little bit messy at the minute, but on the top side, we've got 3 creases. And then what we do is we pull all the loops up and see if they look even. Now I can see this loop is bigger than the rest, so what I could do is just let go and do it all again, but for the purposes of this video I'm just going to leave it like that for now. And then we're just going to get a needle and some thread. You don't have to sew this, you can just wrap them around, but I find it keeps it held together better if you sew it. So I'm just going to push that needle through all of the layers. Make sure you've tied a knot in the end of your thread as well. And I'm just going to keep hold of it, keep pinching it, and we're just going to wrap that around the centre a few times and then pull it tight. And then we're just going to plump these up. Now I can see straight away that this loop is a little bit flat. It doesn't always matter. It's because this one's a little bit bigger and it's taken from this one. So if I were to even this out so all the loops were the right size, that would be more in shape like it should be. But that is basically how you make the 8-inch boutique bow, and it looks like this on the back. Okay, so it's exactly the same way around. Now these are my scrap pieces of ribbon. This is a good tip if you're starting out. I have sort of some colours that don't really sell very well, or a bow that didn't go very well and it's all creased up. You can see I've got loads of creases, bits of glue and things on this one. So I've kept this ribbon and I've just marked on there that this 1.5-inch ribbon is going to make a 4-inch bow, and you need 30 inches of ribbon to do this. This is just so I don't forget measurements, and I can always practice on this piece of ribbon before I go for the proper bow. Same again with this one. It's a 2-inch ribbon. It needs to be 35 inches long, and it's going to make a 5-inch boutique bow. So like I say, I can use these scrap pieces to practice. Now once you get the hang of doing these, you can, if you sit with one of these practice pieces of ribbons in front of the TV or in a room while you're crafting, just sit with it and just over and over again just make the bow. Now you can put the creases in if you like. The creases that are in this one are just from being folded up in my craft drawers. Once you get used to making these bows, you get to know how big the loops need to be on each bow, so that you can just sit and do them freely. And I can see there with this amount of ribbon left, I've made them too small. So we're just going to go a bit bigger. So you fold one over, you fold this one over the top, this one under those 2 layers, leaving the bottom layer there, and this one over the top. Again, I can see that I haven't done it big enough, but once it's held like this, I can then pull that one that way, which makes this loop smaller. And then if I pull this one this way, it makes this loop smaller. And then if I pull the bottom one that way, it makes this one bigger and this one smaller. So you can play about with it. I always find that I have one loop that looks wrong compared to the rest, always. No matter how many times I've made these bows, always works out that way. But if you just try and make them all look even, then push up in the middle and concertina fold the sides. push up in the middle and concertina fold the sides. Doesn't matter how many times you do that fold in the middle, as long as you get your shape, but it is the fold that helps get the shape, so you do need to do at least 3 folds. And there we go, another boutique bow. What you need to do then is just wrap the middle, and that one's good to go. And like I say, practice, practice, practice. You can just let go of this one and start again. And then to make the 4-inch bow, 30 inches of ribbon, 1.5 inch wide. And again, you just sit and play with it, so you know exactly, get used to doing your folds, and then your concertina fold. And just like that, you can get the hang of making a boutique bow. Like I say, this is a 4-inch boutique. And it's literally just practice. Don't think you're going to get it overnight. If you do, well done. You've got a talent. But yeah, like I say, practice. Really good idea to get these scrap pieces of ribbon and just practice, practice, practice making these bows. So that's a really quick way to do it. Let me know in the comments below if this helped at all. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, if it helped you out. I've got a Facebook group for anyone who is a subscriber of the channel. I'll pop a link to that in the description. There's links to different pages where you can get fabrics and materials from. There's discount codes, there's felty suppliers, embellishment suppliers all over the world. I'll try and get some good deals for you guys as well. But like I say, you need to be a subscriber and then click the link in the description to the group and I'll approve you into the group. If you're not on Facebook, you can follow me on Instagram. But like I say, it is worth having the Facebook group. There's lots of people in there who are all subscribed to the channel. So thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.